All right, hello YouTubers. Welcome to GAMcast Live, the biggest story of the day for November 21st, 2022. The biggest story of today is Trump is back on Twitter and the left and everyone is thrilled. Yes, you heard me correctly. The left is thrilled. Anyway, welcome to GAMcast Live, the Florida and Georgia lawyer that breaks down the news of the day through the lens of the Constitution, the law, and history. Folks, we try to keep these under 4 minutes. If you enjoy this content, please share it, like it. It'll help us content creators out. Folks, as you know, or you may not know, but you should, over the weekend, Trump conducted a poll. There were about 13 million, 14 million votes, and the poll, whether or not Trump should be brought back, garnered 52%, a majority, and Trump was promptly reinstalled on Twitter. That caused the left to go on a fake attack that they were upset about that. They're really not. Here's Professor Galloway, who I never heard of. He's on one of the alphabet networks this weekend. It looks like, I can't tell if it's Meet the Depressed or Deface the Nation, but it doesn't matter. Here's what he had to say about Trump being welcomed back on Twitter. Take a listen.
So I think these polls are most...
Oh, we didn't fix our audio before we went live. Take two. Deface the Nation. Take a listen.
So I think these polls are mostly a gimmick, and I would argue the people haven't spoken. The GRU has spoken. Twitter
Russian
has become,
intelligence, you mean?
100%. Twitter has become a playground for bad actors and fake bots. This poll is meaningless. This decision is meaningless.
But you had predicted earlier that Twitter could collapse.
Yeah, so they also said Twitter would collapse. This guy's a clown, but he's thrilled because Trump brings clicks. Trump, nobody ever heard of this guy. He doesn't get to do anything unless Trump's around, right? Talking about Russia. Come on. Are you kidding me? The idea that 52% of people would actually support freedom of speech should not be shocking to anybody. Certainly not a professor who teaches or whatever. But, of course, Adam Shifty Schiff, he went on, this looks like Deface the Nation, or I can't remember, Meet the Depressed. I can't keep the alphabet network shows straight because nobody watches them anymore. But here's Adam Shifty Schiff. Here's his reaction. And, again, you ever heard of Shifty Schiff before Trump? No, you had not. So he goes on, has this to say about Trump coming back to Twitter.
So I want to begin with the news overnight that Donald Trump has been reinstated by Elon Musk on Twitter. Watching the January 6th committee hearings, Trump's tweets were a big part of the story to be told. What do you think of him being back on Twitter?
I think it's a terrible mistake, and you're absolutely right. As we showed in the January 6th hearings, the president used that platform to incite that attack on the Capitol.
Okay, again, Shifty Schiff, again, he loves it. I mean, he's nobody without Trump. Nobody without Trump. And Trump didn't incite anything. As a trial lawyer, I can't let that go. The Brandenburg versus Ohio test requires imminent and direct violence to be. You can't just say things like, we're going to take our country back or the election was stolen. It's not incitement, and he darn well knows it. He's a trial lawyer himself. He knows. Anyway, he's just lying. But again, folks, the reason they love Trump, and 72 hours, here's his feed on Twitter, 87.5 million followers in 3 days, about triple what Biden has. You think they don't want somebody on there that has 87 million followers and has made them all rich and famous? Of course they do, right? And by the way, as an extra added benefit for them, they get to continue the Russia hoax nonsense. Now, Trump has not tweeted as yet. Okay, we will see if he tweets. It looks like his last tweets, as you can see here, January 8th, 2021. Who knows? But folks, I think he will, and here's why. I know he says he loves True Social and he likes True Social. He has 4.62 million followers. In 3 days, he has 87.5 million here. He will be back, I believe. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like it, share it with a friend, and if you enjoyed this live stream, I hope you tune back in tomorrow.